Have you ever felt weighed down by emotional attachment, stuck in a cycle that feels impossible to break? You're not alone. Many people face the challenge of letting go, feeling powerless and trapped in their emotions. But here's the good news. Change is not only possible, but well within your grasp. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, this video will unveil 10 powerful Stoic principles to help you emotionally detach from someone. Why is detachment so transformative? As Seneca wisely noted, "He who is brave is free." Detachment isn't about becoming cold or indifferent. It's about finding strength and clarity within yourself. In this video, we'll explore profound Stoic principles that can guide you toward emotional freedom. By incorporating these habits into your daily life, you'll discover practical and healthy ways to loosen the hold of emotional attachment, allowing you to reclaim your peace of mind and focus on what truly matters. Imagine freeing yourself from the mental chains that bind you, embracing a new sense of clarity and focus. The teachings of Stoicism will empower you to navigate your emotions with resilience and wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By applying these teachings, you'll learn to prioritize your inner peace over external circumstances. Are you ready to break free from the chains of emotional attachment and embrace the power of personal growth? If so, this video is for you. We'll guide you through 10 Stoic habits that will transform your approach to emotional detachment. Let's begin by asking ourselves what truly holds value in our lives, if not the peace within our minds. Join us as we explore these principles, paving the way toward a liberated Stoic mindset. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and join our community for more insightful content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. If you're unsure what to say, just type "Emotional freedom starts now." Let's embark on this journey of emotional liberation together. Number 1. The power of detachment. Have you ever felt like your emotions are being controlled by someone else, as if they're pulling the strings? Have you considered how much control you've given away due to your attachments? This is where the power of detachment becomes crucial. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start living a life where your peace and happiness aren't determined by external factors. Why is detachment so transformative? Reflect on the wisdom of Epictetus, who said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." Detachment is about reclaiming your power by understanding that while you can't control external events, you can control your response to them. When we cling too tightly to people or situations, they begin to control us, like handing someone else the remote to your feelings and letting them flip through the channels at will. Their influence can affect your happiness, your sadness, and even lead to irreversible decisions. Detachment is about taking back that remote and choosing which channels to watch. Picture your emotions as a kite. Each string attached to something or someone represents a potential direction your emotions can be pulled. If you hold on to too many strings or grip one too tightly, you're at the mercy of the wind. Stoicism teaches us to loosen our hold, understanding that while we can't control the wind, we can decide which strings to hold. This approach doesn't make you cold or indifferent. It makes you grounded and resilient. Let's make this practical. Start by identifying what or who you're overly attached to. Then ask yourself why. Are you seeking validation, fearing loneliness, or is there another reason? Understanding the root of your attachment is the first step in loosening its grip. Next, Focus on activities that bring you purpose and satisfaction. By concentrating on what you can control and letting go of what you can't, you begin to ground yourself in your own strength and values. As you practice detachment, you'll start to see the world differently. You'll realize that your worth isn't tied to external circumstances, but is intrinsic and steadfast. This understanding empowers you to move forward with clarity and confidence, free from the mental constraints of attachment. Remember, as Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." By practicing detachment, you're not withdrawing from life, but engaging with it more fully, with a clear mind and a steady heart. Number 2, understanding attachment. Have you ever wondered why we cling so tightly to certain people or situations, even when it causes us pain? What drives this need to hold on, and how can we break free from it? Understanding attachment is a crucial step in the journey toward emotional detachment and personal freedom. Let's explore this concept with insights from Stoic philosophers to guide us. At its core, attachment is rooted in our ego. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This wisdom sheds light on the essence of attachment, our desires and perceived needs. When we are attached to something or someone, we often operate from a place of ego, seeking validation, security, or a sense of identity from external sources. Think about a newborn baby, full of joy and free from the complexities of ego. As we grow, our ego starts to take over, filling our lives with attachments. These attachments, whether to people, objects, or ideals, cloud our judgment and distract us from our true essence, which is love and self-contentment. If you find that your happiness depends on another person's approval or presence, this is a clear sign of ego-driven attachment. To start unraveling these attachments, we first need to recognize them for what they are: manifestations of our ego seeking security and validation. Ask yourself, why am I so attached to this person or outcome? What fear or desire is driving this attachment? Understanding the root of your attachment is the first step in loosening its hold. Now imagine living from a place of love rather than ego. What if you could trust in the abundance of the universe, believing that what is meant for you will find its way? This shift in mindset is powerful. It's about recognizing your inherent worth and capabilities, independent of external factors. As you start viewing your desires and connections through this lens, you'll see the unnecessary weight they add to your life. Embracing the concept of abundance is crucial. When you release the fear of loss, the universe often rewards you with more than what you let go of. Detachment doesn't mean you care less. It means you understand more deeply. It means staying true to your essence and allowing love, rather than fear, to guide you. The journey towards detachment is transformative. It involves shedding layers of ego to reveal the resilient, love-filled soul beneath. It's about moving forward with lightness, free from the burdens of attachment, and ready to embrace new blessings with open arms and a steadfast heart. By prioritizing your inner peace over external validation, you create a path to true emotional freedom and fulfillment. Number 3. The illusion of control. Have you ever felt that your happiness depended on someone else's actions or approval? Do you sometimes believe that if you just try hard enough, you can control the outcomes of your relationships and emotions? This is a common misconception known as the illusion of control. Understanding and dismantling this illusion is essential for emotional detachment and personal freedom. Our ego often tricks us into believing that we can control external events and other people's reactions. This illusion leads us to place undue importance on others' perceptions, resulting in emotional clinginess and dependence. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely noted, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle highlights that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. When we cling to the illusion of control, we may idolize individuals and believe our worth is tied to their approval. This mindset distorts our reality, making us view others as possessing something unattainable. However, when we let go of these illusions, we realize that everyone is equally human and vulnerable. No one inherently holds greater worth or superiority. To dismantle this illusion, start by acknowledging that much of what we believe we can control is, in reality, beyond our influence. This realization can be both humbling and liberating. Accepting that we cannot control others' actions or feelings allows us to focus on what we can control: our own thoughts, reactions, and personal growth. By shifting our focus inward, we build self-confidence and resilience. For example, instead of seeking validation from others, practice self-affirmation. Regularly remind yourself of your unique strengths and qualities. Understand that your worth isn't dependent on someone else's perception. This approach aligns with a Stoic teaching from Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Another effective strategy is adopting an abundance mindset. Recognize that the universe is vast and abundant with love, success, and happiness. By letting go of the fear of losing a particular person or outcome, you open yourself up to a world of new possibilities and opportunities. In relationships, this perspective allows you to love freely without desperate attachment. It empowers you to appreciate connections while maintaining your sense of self-worth and independence. Remember, practicing emotional detachment doesn't mean becoming indifferent. It means understanding that your completeness doesn't rely on anyone else's presence. By embracing these Stoic principles, you develop a profound emotional strength that helps you face life's uncertainties with grace. Release the illusion of control and embrace the liberating truth that true power lies within your own mind. Number 4. Detachment in practice. Have you ever found yourself holding on to past experiences or relationships, unable to let go and wondering what might happen if you did? It's a common struggle, clinging to something so tightly that it causes pain, yet feeling too afraid to release it. But what if letting go could lead to something even better? Let's explore how to put detachment into practice using insights from Stoic philosophy. As Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This principle is particularly relevant to emotional attachment. Are you ready to release the grip of the past and make room for new possibilities? Imagine you're gripping a rope so tightly that your hands begin to ache. You're afraid to let go because you're uncertain about what will happen. The truth is, letting go doesn't mean you'll fall. It often means you can finally reach out for something even better. I learned this the hard way when I held on to a comfortable relationship because it felt safe, only to realize that I was closing myself off to potential happiness. How often do you find yourself afraid to let go of what you know for fear of the unknown? Here's another truth. The fear of missing out, FOMO, is a trap. It's like watching everyone else's highlight reel on social media while feeling like you're missing out on life. Remember, social media is a curated snapshot designed to showcase perfect moments. Once I stopped comparing myself to others and began living my own life, FOMO lost its grip on me. If you find yourself constantly comparing your life to others, it's time to break free from that cycle. Not knowing every detail of someone else's life doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're fully present in your own life, creating memorable moments that are uniquely yours. Attachment to an idealized image of happiness can make letting go feel impossible. Seeing others seemingly living their best lives can spark a fear of falling behind. But remember, the grass often looks greener from afar. Up close, you'll find it's not without its imperfections. Creating an illusion of perfection in someone else's life only detracts from your own joy. It's like running on a treadmill trying to catch a hologram. No matter how fast you run, you'll never reach it because it's not real. Detachment isn't about giving up happiness, it's about defining it on your own terms. To practice emotional detachment, follow the Stoic principle of focusing on what's within your control: your thoughts, actions, and personal growth. It's empowering to realize that no one's opinion, past relationships, or even a curated social media life has the power to define your worth or happiness. This understanding serves as your shield, enabling you to move forward unburdened by unnecessary attachments. You become free to embrace life's unpredictable nature and welcome genuine, fulfilling connections that are just around the corner. Remember, letting go isn't an end. It's a bold step toward the life you truly deserve. Number 5. The path to happiness. Have you ever wondered why true happiness often seems just out of reach, tied to the whims of others or external circumstances? What if the key to lasting happiness lies within you, independent of anyone else's influence? In this segment, we'll explore the Stoic path to happiness and how emotional detachment can lead to a deeper, more resilient joy. Where does true value come from? This question can help shift us away from unnecessary attachments and towards a state of emotional freedom. As Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This profound insight encourages us to look inward for our sense of worth and happiness, rather than seeking it from external sources. Understanding this is crucial when it comes to detaching from someone. It's not about ending relationships with malice or indifference, but recognizing that the most meaningful companionship you can have is the one you build with yourself. True value, it turns out, originates from within: your character, your wisdom, and how you treat others. How often do we mistakenly believe that our happiness depends on someone else's presence in our lives, that our worth rises with their approval or falls with their neglect? This mindset chains us, limiting our potential to the whims of others. Imagine a bird thinking it needs permission to fly. This belief confines our emotional freedom. Instead, realize that the sky has always been open, waiting for you to spread your wings on your own terms. This self-reliance is liberating, teaching us that our value remains constant regardless of others' opinions or presence. Detachment, then, isn't about pushing someone away, but about drawing closer to our true essence. By focusing on personal growth and striving to be our best selves, we free ourselves from the burden of neediness. It's like tending a garden. You wouldn't beg a flower to grow. Instead, you nurture the soil, water the plants, and trust in the natural process. By concentrating on self-improvement, we cultivate a garden that thrives regardless of who chooses to visit or admire it. This nurturing becomes a source of independent, resilient, and deeply rewarding happiness. How do we navigate the path of emotional detachment? It begins with understanding that you are complete with or without someone's validation. Your journey involves exploring the vastness of your own sky, learning to appreciate the freedom of flying solo when necessary. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism. Focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, actions, and personal growth. This doesn't mean closing yourself off to love and connection. It means anchoring your emotions in the stable ground of your own being. Remember, your self-worth isn't a puzzle missing another person's piece. It's a masterpiece in progress, complete as it is, yet open to adding more beauty from the world around it. Number 6. Embrace the present moment. Are you often preoccupied with memories of the past or anxieties about the future? Embracing the present moment is a powerful way to emotionally detach and find inner peace. This practice, rooted in Stoic philosophy, encourages us to fully engage with the now, appreciating the present, rather than being overwhelmed by what has been or what might be. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "Confine yourself to the present." This advice underscores the importance of focusing on the present moment. When you dwell on the past, you may find yourself reliving old pains or clinging to what no longer exists. Similarly, worrying about the future often leads to unnecessary anxiety over events that may never occur. Both habits can prevent you from fully experiencing the richness of the present. Practicing mindfulness is an effective way to embrace the present moment. Mindfulness means paying close attention to your current experience without judgment. It involves fully engaging in whatever you're doing, whether you're eating, walking, or conversing. Notice the details: the taste of your food, the sensation of the ground beneath your feet, the tone of someone's voice. By immersing yourself in these experiences, you anchor yourself in the present, which can help alleviate attachment to the past or future. Engaging in mindful activities can greatly improve your ability to stay present. Meditation, for example, trains your mind to focus on the here and now. Even simple breathing exercises can help redirect your attention to the present moment. Try to set aside a few minutes each day for these practices. Over time, you'll find yourself less distracted by past regrets or future worries. Living in the present also involves appreciating what you have right now. Cultivate gratitude for the small moments and simple pleasures in your life. Shifting your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant can transform your perspective and make it easier to let go of attachments that weigh you down. By embracing the present moment, you build a foundation of emotional stability and clarity. This practice helps you navigate life's challenges with a calm and focused mind, allowing you to experience life more fully and joyfully. Number 7. Reframe your thoughts. Reframing your thoughts is a powerful technique for emotional detachment. It involves altering how you perceive and interpret situations, helping you break free from negative thought patterns and emotional dependencies. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By changing your thoughts, you can transform your emotional state and overall perspective on life. Start by identifying the negative thoughts that keep you attached. These might include beliefs like, "I can't live without this person," "I'll never find someone else," or "My happiness depends on them." Such thoughts foster dependency and helplessness. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward changing them. Next, challenge these thoughts by questioning their validity. Ask yourself, is this thought absolutely true? What evidence supports this belief? Often you'll find that these thoughts are exaggerated or unfounded, which can diminish their emotional impact. Once you've identified and questioned your negative thoughts, replace them with positive or neutral alternatives. For example, instead of "I can't live without this person," try I'm capable of finding happiness and fulfillment on my own. Replace. I'll never find someone else with there are many opportunities for love and connection in my future. These new thoughts should reflect a more balanced and empowering perspective. To reinforce these new thought patterns, practice daily affirmations. Write down positive statements about yourself and your ability to thrive independently, and read them aloud each day. Over time, these affirmations can help rewire your brain to adopt a more positive outlook. Additionally, mindfulness techniques such as meditation can support your efforts to reframe your thoughts. Mindfulness helps you become aware of your thought patterns without judgment, allowing you to observe and change them more effectively. Reframing your thoughts is an ongoing practice. By consistently challenging and altering your negative beliefs, you build emotional resilience and gain greater control over your reactions. This shift in mindset fosters inner strength and detachment, empowering you to move forward with confidence and clarity. Number 8. Set healthy boundaries. Do you find it challenging to say no or establish limits with others? Setting healthy boundaries is essential for emotional detachment. Boundaries safeguard your well-being and give you control over your emotional space. Identify which behaviors you find acceptable and which you do not, and communicate these clearly to others. By honoring your own limits, you reinforce your self-worth and reduce reliance on others for validation or happiness. Setting boundaries involves defining the space between where you end and where another person begins. This practice helps prevent emotional entanglement and fosters a sense of autonomy. For example, if someone's behavior is causing you stress, calmly but firmly express your need for space or a change in interaction. This isn't about pushing people away, but about protecting your mental and emotional health. Remember, boundaries are a form of self-respect. They signal to others that you value yourself and your needs. Over time, consistently setting boundaries helps you build healthier relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. It's a proactive step toward emotional independence, ensuring that your peace of mind isn't dependent on others' actions or approval. By establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries, you create a safe, emotional environment where you can flourish. This empowers you to focus on your own growth and well-being, enhancing your overall quality of life. Number 9. Engage in self-care. When was the last time you did something just for yourself? Engaging in self-care is crucial for emotional detachment and cultivating a resilient, independent life. Seneca emphasized the importance of personal well-being, noting that a sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state in this world. Self-care involves prioritizing activities that nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Physical exercise, for example, not only boosts your health, but also releases endorphins that lift your mood. Meditation and mindfulness practices help center your thoughts and reduce stress, fostering mental clarity and emotional stability. Pursuing hobbies and passions is also a vital aspect of self-care. Whether it's painting, reading, gardening, or playing an instrument, these activities bring joy and fulfillment, decreasing your reliance on others for happiness. Additionally, spending quality time with supportive loved ones reinforces your sense of community and belonging. Self-care is about creating a balanced lifestyle that supports your overall well-being. By taking care of yourself, you build a solid foundation that empowers you to handle life's challenges with confidence. It allows you to detach emotionally from others, not out of indifference, but from a place of inner strength and self-assurance. Prioritizing self-care is essential for nurturing a fulfilling, independent life. Number 10. Practice gratitude. Have you ever noticed how focusing on what you lack can increase your attachment to what you don't have? Practicing gratitude can profoundly shift your perspective and help you emotionally detach from someone. By actively acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of your life, you foster a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude helps you value what you already possess, reducing the perceived need for what you think you're missing. For example, make it a habit to write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These could be as simple as a sunny day, a supportive friend, or a satisfying meal. This practice shifts your focus from what's absent to what's present and fulfilling in your life. Epictetus wisely said, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for." This insight encourages us to appreciate our current blessings rather than fixating on what we lack. Practicing gratitude enhances your emotional well-being and creates a buffer against the pain of detachment. As you build this habit, you'll find it easier to release attachments that no longer serve you, leading to a more peaceful and contented life. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content inspired by Stoic principles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.